Hi, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. This video, it's going to be a quick talk or chat about how I've turned my planners into my dopamine booster instead of scrolling through my phone. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. I know you have seen this topic all over the internet lately. At least I have. I know I've saw it last year and it seems like it's kind of picks up throughout about the same time of the year where we want to be a little bit more productive and more conscious and intentional with our times. Maybe mid-year we'll forget about it, and at the end of the year we'll remember again. But hopefully this time around I can stick to it. And for the most part, I want to say that I have never been a social media person. I don't necessarily find it like my go-to what you call it, soothing tool. I rather use my notebooks and planners for that whenever I feel like I need some kind of guidance or I need some kind of inspiration or perhaps even disconnecting from the real world. I tend to reach for my notebooks and my books. So a few things I have done in my planners that I guess now that I think about it have been unconsciously me trying to create that tool of a dopamine booster outside of social media and my phone has been just a few pages in my planners. So I know that the first thing I want to say is that planners are for me, it's not only a tool to be more productive and stay focused in my goals and what I want to accomplish and lately even my memories, but I find it like my go-to place to have fun and just disconnect. Even though I'm planning, I'm still disconnecting from reality for a little bit, sometimes a little too long. So lately I've been reaching for these three. This one is a collaboration with Anecdote that I had reviewed for you not too long ago. So hopefully that video it's live already and you've seen it. And if not, I will make sure to link it below for whenever it is available. Hopefully you like and subscribe so you can see and be notified when that one is up. But this one is the one that I've been using to elaborate in my content ideas and creations and kind of planning it out. And then you know about these other two. This is my pocket rings planner that I have used to bring with me out and about, and sometimes when I need a little bit of a hone in to my focus for the day, this is the one that I reach for. And then my common planner, which is my main planner. So I'm just going to go through all of them in order of importance. The most important for me, I guess, is my common planner, so I'm going to leave that one for the end. The next one will be my rings, and the least not that important, I guess it is, because it is my content creation, but it's more work related and content creation related, not necessarily like fun planning, is this one. So again, this one is from Anecdote. It is the 6 month or yeah, 6 months planner. It is undated. You have all the monthlies for your entire year, but you only have half of the year in the weeklies or dailies. Actually, it's a daily planner. Lately I have been using it just to content plan. So basically I'll come over here and I plan my entire month of content ideas, and then this is the guide that I used to help myself stay accountable and on track. So I'm just going to take you real quick to the monthly. I have kind of created a system so it doesn't feel like I'm working. It feels like I'm playing, like I'm just in my creative flow. I just come over here and I just start writing ideas on the sticky notes. This was in February. March is a little different. I'll show you in a minute. But for February, what I did was use this translucent sticky notes. I just wrote whatever idea I had, and then I just plugged it around on the month wherever I wanted it to be. And then that gave me the ability to just move things around whenever they needed to be moved. I also plan a lot in pen and pencil so I could erase and move things around. For the most part, everything stayed how it was because I did have like the content and pictures and the descriptions and the copy and everything that I wanted to go with it was already created. So I didn't really feel like I wanted to redo everything. So I didn't want to move many things around. The only things that I moved around was a few of the videos that I wanted to either um, hold off on releasing the topic, release it in an earlier date, or just move it around to another time. So that's that. But then on March, I went ahead and I just went all in. You can see the entire month in here. You can see how much fun I had with this spread. I actually love looking at it. Just looking at the aesthetic, it brings me so much joy. So this is again part of that dopamine that I reach for, that I look for and crave. And every time I kind of crave that, instead of reaching for my phone, I just try to turn it into something sort of productive but also fun. So in a way, I'm sort of working, but I'm making this whole process fun. I'm using stickers, I'm using colors, I am color coding everything, and I'm just being creative and in the flow. I went ahead and used again, like I said, color coding. I used dot stickers and everything. I used a lot of the stickers that came in the box of the Grabby unboxing or Grabby subscription stationery box. I believe I also released that video. If I didn't, please do subscribe, like and subscribe so you can be notified when I do release that one. It has so many uh, cute things in it. You will see a few of them because I have been using them around my planners lately. It is just so, it is one of those collaborations that truly impressed me. So this is the overview, and again it's a work sort of, but it's also that dopamine booster that I try to reach for whenever I feel like I need that I don't even know how to call it, I guess, that pick me up or something. I guess block everything else that's happening in around me, and I just focus on whatever it is that I'm doing, but I try to see it as fun, and that creates that connection and that flow, and that's just relaxing even though I'm actually working. So that's for my content creation. And then the other one that I do the same thing is for my pocket, even though I use this one more for my focus for the day, where I just use my daily pages for just kind of hone in on whatever it is that I'm focusing for that specific day. I still try to make this setup very fun and kind of approachable for me, so it doesn't feel too much pressure, like it's pressure, like I'm planning in 3 different places at the same time or anything like that. It's just, again, it's pure dopamine fulfilling sort of approach. So I'm going to show you here. You've seen my February pages. I went ahead and set up a few pages of March, so I'm just going to give you a peek of that. Maybe this video is going to go be published afterwards, probably around mid-March or the end of March, so probably a lot of these things will be already done. But what I did was kind of follow the reflect on what I wanted to do and how I was using this planner for February. For February, I wanted to use it as a focus planner. So I went ahead and kind of summarize what I wanted to do on each day. And then this was like the one that I was open on my desk, and it was a reminder throughout the day. I did plan it in my common planner, and then from there I pull the most important thing for the day, and that's what I wrote. If I did anything extra throughout the day, it's not necessarily here, it's in my common planner. So but this is how the month look. And then the weeklies ended up looking sort of like this. I didn't really use this every single week of February. I just used it sporadically whenever I needed to. Like you see here, I just use it till Friday, and then the weekend I just put it away, because again, this is like my focus planner. And then the same thing here happened. I started using it at the beginning of the week, and then I was so focused on what I was doing and trying to track my time that I really focused on using the common planner, and you will see why. But I still like this layout. I really want to give this one a try. And then for this week, I decided to just use it as a reflection at the end of the day. So instead of using it for planning or focusing on anything, I wanted to use it still, but then I decided to just use it like for like end of the day extra reflections, something that I don't necessarily plan to keep or archive, but I wanted to still use the space for something. So I thought that was a good idea. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap this together like I had them. And then for the dailies, the same thing. I haven't really used these way too much because I have been focusing on my to-dos on my common planner, because I have been using the hourly tracking a little bit more there. I actually just used this one twice for the entire month. This is my March. This is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to take this out of here. just like I did previously. This is like my cover for the monthlies. So I will keep this one. I will keep my tracker here, and then I will remove February, and I will just keep March. And this time around, I'm using it for meal planning and grocery tracking. So I decided to just set it up sort of like my common planner, but also make sure that I just added the keys and the purpose of this spread so I didn't get it confused and didn't try to focus planning here like I have been using lately. I wanted to just kind of try to separate the two and see how that works for me. So this time around, I'm going to be using this one for meal planning. So I'm going to plan ahead the meals for the entire month, hopefully. I will try to do it with an erasable pen just in case something changed so I can have some flexibility. And then I have some key tracker areas here that I want to kind of track throughout the month, like how many times we go to grocery shop, how many times we buy milk, which is something that we buy often. I don't even know how. Alcohol, I want to track how many times we buy alcohol, and how many times get taken. In this other spread in here, I'm going to be tracking different areas. So in here, I have a key, which is it's meant to track how many times we do have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and then snacks throughout the day, and then eat out at a restaurant. So not every day we do breakfast as a family. We just do it like whenever we feel like we have that extra time, or whenever we feel like, usually in the weekends. So we just kind of sit down and eat breakfast, and then we have lunch and then dinner. Usually we will have late breakfast and then dinner, late dinner sort of. But I do want to kind of track how many times that happened throughout the month, and then just kind of have an overview here at the end of the month. I think that would be a good data track, or a good way to track that data and see how we do throughout the month. Also, how many times we go grocery shopping. It's going to be something else that I'm looking forward to track throughout the entire month. So again, this is sort of like my dopamine going to. So instead of me scrolling through my phone, instead I am using my planners and my notebooks to create something to keep me sort of busy, but in a productive way. So I'm playing, and I feel like I'm playing with my colors and stickers and things like that, but I'm also being productive. I'm actually tracking data and like staying on top of my goals, and just tracking progress throughout all the areas that I find that are important for me. And finally, the common planner, which is, again, like I said before, it's my main planner. It's the one that catches everything. I have added a few different things in here that I look forward to chatting eventually when I get a little bit more data on. But again, it's the same thing. I have been adding more stuff to it because I wanted to make it my go-to place. I want it to feel like instead of grabbing or picking up my phone, I'm picking up my planner instead and just going through my goals, just reviewing my goals in here, my vision board, my goals tracking, my content planning, which is something that I have been tracking in here loosely. Um, my monthly overview, just seeing how I'm showing up for myself, and things like that, that actually helps me be a little bit more productive and more intentional with my time. Also, I have been trying to add a little bit more trackers in here. That's why I said that I wasn't really reaching for my pocket planner that much lately, because I have been intentionally trying to be more in here and using the time tracking to see how much time I spent in different things in different areas. I actually had this little stickers in here so in here I just gave myself 2 hours for studying, an hour for a workout, 4 hours to content create, and an hour to help my son with his homeschool. The homeschool, the approach that we have, it's more hands-off homeschooling. So he does the work, and then if he needs help, he'll reach out to me, and then we sit down and review it. But I do want to have like an hour here just in case he needs something. So I use this one to kind of move it around throughout the day and see where I need to kind of allocate it depending on what time I wake up, what time we go to bed, and all that stuff, and what else is happening throughout the day. So I kind of use these ones to kind of pre-plan, and then after the fact I just come back and really actually write down exactly what we did. This is something also new that I did in here. I wanted to kind of do like a whole different video on it. I'm just going to touch base with it really quick because I think it is super helpful. At least it has been. I just added the areas that I wanted to focus on. So for example, in here I have study, I have content creation, I have my homeschool for my son, and then I have workout and self-care. So what I'm doing is just allowing myself to track how much time I have, even though I'm tracking it here and just writing down what I'm doing very loosely. In here I'm assigning some kind of point system to whatever I'm doing. So if I'm working or if I'm studying for an hour or two, I believe I have 30 minutes, 1 hour and 2 hours. So I just kind of highlight the time that I have been, and I look forward to seeing the whole week together. So this is something, a setup that I'm testing this week, and I look forward to have like the entire data to share with you and see how that have been working. But anyways, I wanted to just share this approach with you. I know that it might be a little bit unconventional, very different from what other people might be sharing about how they disconnect from their phones and deal with that dopamine inducing approach or that dopamine need or crave. To me, it is again my planners, and again, I try to do it very intentional, but also in a way that feels like I am just playing with my notebooks and planners. So hopefully, again, you have found a video inspiring in some way, helpful in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.